Naija, Ghana, side by side. Football dreams we won't divide.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Ghana Naija Ballers. If you're new here, you know what to do. Subscribe and hit that notification bell. This way we give you updates on Ghana and Nigerian football. Now, I know you've seen the title, and there's a high chance that you'd laugh when you see the title or when you saw the question: can Nigeria beat Argentina in the round of 16 of the FIFA U20 World Cup? Now, if you don't know, Nigeria through to the round of 16, and unfortunately they are playing one of the best teams in the tournament. That is why I felt that defeat against Norway is painful, because Nigeria could have gotten a point from that game, but they were very, very unlucky. They struck the bar twice or thrice. Could have gotten at least a point from that game, but they were unlucky not to. And that defeat made them get only 4 points because they drew against Colombia in the last game, and now they'll face Argentina. Before we talk about this, if Nigeria can beat Argentina or not, please look at the screen right now. Go to my X page or my Twitter page, whatever you want to call it. Go there, retweet or repost, and drop a comment. I am from YouTube, to stand a chance of winning 5,000. I'll be picking two winners, one from YouTube and one from my X page. So go there right now and repost, follow, and comment. I'm from YouTube. I will be picking one of the comments that says I'm from YouTube, and I will announce the winner if Nigeria beats Argentina to reach the quarterfinals. It's very possible. Nothing is impossible, because things like this happen in tournaments where you see favorites knocked out by, black horse or unlikely team. So definitely Nigeria can beat Argentina. It's very, very possible. So let's talk about the game itself. But before going into that, when Nigeria mentioned or named the squad for this tournament, there's something I noticed. All the players, 90% or 99% of the players are from the Nigerian league. They are local players, all these players that need the opportunity to show themselves in the top stage. But there's something Nigeria is missing. There's something the NFF is not thinking. Sometimes we see players in Europe performing very well. Then we say, oh, that player is eligible to play for Nigeria. We see player from Chelsea Academy, Arsenal Academy, Man City Academy, United Academy. I will say this player is eligible to play for Nigeria. This is the opportunity you have to call them. If you see that this player is eligible to play for Nigeria, you go and contact your parents, their representatives. You said, is there a possibility of you playing for Nigeria? You are a very talented player. We want to invite you to the Nigerian U20 World Cup. You understand? That shows commitment. That tells this player that, okay, you are interested in the player's development. That if this player becomes a class player in the future, the player will know that Nigeria gave him or her the opportunity to represent Nigeria in the youth national teams. So when that player is making his decision or her decision, the player will say, okay, since Nigeria, I played for Nigeria in the under-20 or the under-18, now I'm playing very well. Nigeria is on my doorstep. Maybe England on my doorstep or France on my doorstep. Let me pick Nigeria because Nigeria has given me the opportunity to play at the under-20 World Cup. Do you understand? That is how you make these players play for the Nigerian team. That is how you convince them easily to play for the Nigerian team. If you have a plan like that, you have a template to convince this player to play for the Nigerian Super Eagles team. This is how it should be. This is how you map out the plan to integrate players that are eligible to play for Nigeria but are in Europe or other parts of the world. This is very simple. It's not rocket science. This is what our NFF should be doing, but we know how it is. We know how it is. We know how they call up the players. We know how sometimes you look at and say, how did this player get called up? Sometimes the player is called up to the under-20 tournament. The player would not kick a single football, and after the tournament is over, that is the last time you will hear of that player ever again. Most of the players you've called up right now, they'll play very well, perform very well, but in the next 2-3 years, you hear they have moved to Iraq or Estonia or Russia or some obscure country, and they'll go there and we'll never hear of them again. You'll be like, oh, that player that played very well during the 2025 under-20 World Cup, where is he now? That's what you'll be asking, because that player has gone to a place where they don't have a plan for development for their youth players. So that is what we are lacking as a football nation. If you don't take this thing seriously, it will eventually affect you in the future. Because you see, this player is eligible to play for Nigeria. Why you go choose to play for Germany? Why you go choose to play for England? If you can't play for Nigeria, did you start scouting this player when you were young? So that is the thing I see is missing in this Nigerian Super Flying Eagles team. That is what is missing. if we have a blend of experience from abroad, blend of experience from the home players, it will make the team so dynamic. Everything will be so cool. So when I see the performance of Nigeria against Norway, against Saudi Arabia and Colombia, that is what is missing. Finesse. These local players, these Nigerian players, they don't have finesse. That is what's missing. So if we want to do well in tournaments like this, we have to start integrating players who are eligible, who are talented, and young players who are eligible to play for Nigeria. You go there, tell their representative, tell their family that you want them to play for the under-20 team, and you have a plan of bringing them to the national team when they grow up, when they develop and mature more. That is my own piece of advice to the NFF. That's if they want to take my advice. So that is it. Can Nigeria win Argentina? We'll see. But on paper, it's going to be difficult. Argentina are a very good team, very, very disciplined. They are very, very all-round beautiful football in attack and defense, in the midfield. Wonderful, wonderful football. So it's going to be tough for Nigeria. Never say never. But on paper, Argentina are favorites to go to the next stage of the competition. So let's see what happened. I'd like to know your thoughts. What do you think about the issue I've raised today, and what do you think about this game? Can Nigeria beat Argentina? That's it. I'm also happy for South Africa, Morocco, who have already qualified to the round of 16. I think Morocco are also favorites to win the tournament because of how compact and disciplined they are. So let's see how far they go. I'm actually also impressed with South Africa. They started slow, but now they have improved. South Africa, Morocco, Nigeria, those three African nations are in the round of 16. Egypt are the only African country that didn't make it to the round of 16. So Africa, we still have the talent, we still have, what it takes to compete at the top stage. That is why I'm extremely pleased with the performance Morocco are putting out there. So that is it. Africa never rules out. If you look at the infrastructure and investments Morocco have made in their youth system, in fact the football as a whole, it shows you that they are really interested in football. They are really trying to elevate their football. If an African team will win the World Cup one day, I think Morocco will be the first African team to win the World Cup. So let's see. Invest in football, invest in youth football, and you see the changes. Don't forget, check my Twitter X page. Go there, retweet, comment, and from YouTube, and stand a chance of winning 5,000 Naira. So that is it. Subscribe if you haven't, and hit the notification bell. Till next time, guys. Goodbye.
Naija, Ghana, side by side. Football dreams we won't divide.